Okay, so since I'm not a big book reader, one of the things that I would do if I was thinking about reading a book is look at the cover. Okay, so just right off the bat, I see the guy with the bag on his head. Um, could be he's an embarrassed sports fan. Maybe his favorite checkers team is doing terribly this year, so he's decided that he's still going to support the team but wear a bag over his head. Um, and I guess these guys could be the detective team. Okay, well, let's see what the back tells us. A smile that lasts forever. Join the Utsugi Detective Agency and use your wits to solve a murder and catch a killer. Okay. Well, they don't really give us too much. Too much to go off of. So we'll try something else here. Probably the number one thing I hear from book readers is, I just love curling up to a good book. Okay. I'll try it. I tried placing this with my vast library of books, as you can see here, to appear esteemed and intellectual. But it looks like I'm just going to have to go ahead and play this book. Hey, welcome back to About Time Games. Today, I'm going to be doing a review, a opinion playthrough of Emio The Smiling Man, the Famicom Detective Club. And so this is basically a visual novel game. It's a murder mystery game. A legend about a guy with a bag on his head 18, 20 years ago more was committing these murders, and time has passed, but all of a sudden there has been someone murdered and they've got a bag on their head. So that's the idea, the premise, the story. My expectations for the game, since this is the first visual novel I've played, I don't really have any expectations, well, except reading. Much reading. That may be enough to deter you. A, if you're not a reader, or B, you're of the thought that this isn't a game. I've played for an hour, which I'm deeming this segment of hour-long gameplay, quote, the hour of power. Coining it, I'm royalty. I want the royalties right here first. I'm not going to post the entire hour of gameplay unless there's any interest in seeing it. I probably could have gotten a little further in my hour of gameplay, but my style of gameplay is to try and look at everything and examine everything. I'll spend the time looking, clicking on everything, hitting everything, just to try to find something the first go around. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to start off with the sound. So I did enjoy the music in the game. I wasn't too sure there would be any to begin with, as I thought there might be eerie sounds mixed in with the speaking, but I did enjoy the main theme, even though it may be a little too upbeat for a murder mystery. There's also some Japan City pop 80s mixed in as well, which I also enjoy. I'm just not too sure about it while you're investigating a crime scene. I'm not knocking it down on those thoughts about it, but maybe something a little lower in mood or something like that. So I do love music in games, and I've got quite a few game soundtracks. I've heard some people say they don't care about music in games, but that is just crazy talk. I mean, I think about humming Mike Tyson's Punch-Out or the ringtone on my phone being the victory celebration from Final Fantasy VII. I mean, come on, man. The memories, the music, it reminds you. The memories. How can you go without the music? I mean, just think about Mario Bros. Or these people, they're just crazy, okay? They're crazy. There's no reasoning with people that say that they don't care about music in video games. Alright, sorry about that. Moving on, I know. So, on to the voice work. I did not know that the game would be entirely in Japanese. I didn't notice any option in the settings to change this, aside from if you wanted to hear the protagonist's voice or not. So this is also fine, especially if you're interested in learning Japanese. I kind of am. I think it sounds like a beautiful language, and I think that going through the game, only Japanese, I mean, obviously there's the English subtitles, so this could serve as a vocabulary tool. Seems like it'd be only natural that you'd remember some of these words. The voice work itself is smooth. The characters' personalities are all easily identifiable by the tone, the demeanor. So much you don't have to be told they are very serious or a wise guy. You can just tell through the voice acting. I laughed at one of the characters. I mean, it's good. So I mentioned the music being upbeat, but there are eerie, moody music and sounds, and they work great. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on from the sound to the controls. And this is going to be quick. There isn't much to grasp. Basically, you use a single stick and button as point and click gameplay, basically. That's pretty much it on the controls. So we're going to go ahead and move right to visuals. Basically, still backgrounds. The characters motion, they speak, their lips move, there's a breeze blowing their hair or their clothes, so it's not just totally still with nothing going on. The characters are crisp, clean, colorful, sharp looking. The backgrounds are a little on the softer side of the detail. Nothing's lost as far as the mood and immersion go, even though the visuals are not graphically demanding. So with the controls and visuals being pretty straightforward, really simple, we're going to move on to the gameplay. So in the time that I played, I did enjoy going at my own pace, thinking about the questions that I would ask, the responses, and even the potential outcomes that they could create. I also enjoyed that the game told me nothing. But it just threw me in there to figure it out. Yes, this is a simple game, but there was a section of the game which stumped me for a good 10 minutes. I had gone through every response, every question, but I just couldn't further. I couldn't move, I couldn't leave, I couldn't progress. So the game gave me no hints, and I was able to figure it out, and no, I did not look on my phone for help. I'm an old, stubborn gamer, and I will spend hours trying to figure it out if necessary. Don't you dare me, because I'll do it. I will do it. In conclusion, as I stated at the beginning, I'm not a big book reader. And the reason being is I need absolute quiet to focus without distraction, or I will reread the same part over and over and over. That's just me personally. But I can't be the only one out there. I know this for sure. I am not the only one. I put my phone down. I didn't pick it up the entire time I played. I also played later at night with every other TV turned off. So I was able to focus and surprisingly enjoyed the game. I could see plugging in some headphones, being able to block everything out in order to help the Utsugi Detective Agency solve this mystery. And with that, thanks for watching. Get out there, play some games, and don't forget to remember,